Just put Mixtfruit MornTin Show. What you do. Yeah. Now this version of Do I Do, I won't be playing, the actual song. Since it's time for us to go into Let Us Talk About It, Boss Lady Supreme, where you here?
Eyes are right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Eyes are right here, master.
Now, all the people out there listening, they want to hear what we got to talk about. I already know that.
Well, first of all, I like to say, how is the beautiful people of the world doing this MornTin?
How is y'all doing?
How is ya?
What is y'all doing?
Who is ya doing?
Where is ya going?
It's at.
You understand?
Yes.
Understand
okay, that's
it.
a happy Monday morning for you.
Understand it.
Whatever you're doing.
A happy beginning. Yeah.
So, with that being said,
all of that being said,
I had a blessed Mother's Day.
Yes.
I had a blessed Mother's Day. Although it became a little chaotic, the devil is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lie because, everything started right after church.
Wow.
Right after church.
Okay.
Right after church.
Yeah.
Okay. I even threw a little temper tantrum.
Did you really?
And threw my phone and cracked my entire
OMG.
screen.
I was looking at that phone saying, what, did you run it over? My goodness.
Horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to put it on Ustream in a few so they can see what I'm talking about. I just went through it yesterday. However, it ended lovely.
Okay.
It ended at peace.
Yes.
Again, the devil was a lie. He was waiting for me to come out that the church doors. He was waiting.
Wow.
Actually, I probably bumped into his shoulder as I was getting into my car.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
But you got the rebuke.
Oh yeah, I rebuked him. Oh
yes,
yeah.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So let's get what's the disclaimer.
The disclaimer.
The disclaimer
goes as follows. I think. Opinions stated by various listeners to Let Us Talk About It, DatzHitsRadio.com, and Power 102.1 FM are not to be considered as endorsed by Let Us Talk About It, DatzHitsRadio.com, or Power 102.1 FM. Listeners are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions. What else?
Hosts and contributors
are used
solely
for entertainment
and enjoyment purposes only.
We emphasize keeping an open mind and not misconstruing the data. All right. So now, what you got for we?
What you got for we?
What you got for we?
What you got for me?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Let's do it. Just too much.
You're just always in sync with. We just in sync with each other always and never fails.
Ready.
People, you gotta understand that this is how we are outside of the studio.
And in we're twins.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know where the hell he came from. I don't know.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just fell into her lap.
So you know what happened in Roxbury, right?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I am. I have a few things that I want to get into in different cities. But let's start with Boston because that is our...
That's where we are.
Right.
That's where we are.
So 4 men forced their way into a Mission Hill apartment.
Home invasion.
Right. But they had a rude awakening.
Oh,
when
boy.
3 men that was already in the apartment had fought back. Captured 1. The other 3 got away, but they still had the suspect, so they caught him and tied his behind up with zip ties. How about that?
Now, okay, before you even go any further, I want to know.
Where they get zip ties at?
What are you doing with zip ties? What? It's a good thing you had them. You know what I'm saying? What did one of the dudes say? Yo, man, snatch that dude right there. I got the zip ties over there. I'm going to go grab me a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? But... the dude's boys left him there.
Yes.
All right, you in trouble.
You definitely in trouble.
The one who got caught think he's not going to talk. If you run and you leave me, okay, over.
And it's probably the one who didn't even plan it.
We can fight whatever you want, but if you leave me for dead, you're gonna have a problem.
Oh, he was
I got zipped and hog tied and all. You know what I'm saying? What you doing running up in people's house anyway?
Exactly.
You filthy animals. You know what I'm saying? Okay, finish. I'm sorry. I had to interject on that.
That should have been caught on the camera.
What?
That should have been caught on the
whole
camera.
Thing?
The entire,
you know, because I know if it was, I'd have been like, hold up, get the camera, boss lady, get it, because we gonna interview him now.
Oh yes, early.
And we gonna air this.
Yes.
Not only we gonna send out copies to Fox 25 channel 7, 5, and 4. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be televised and broadcasted on the radio.
Oh yes. Yes. My thing is,
you fool. I'm saying.
The world's dumbest criminals?
Yes.
That's where they need to be.
That needs to.
That's where the video
Oh, man. I'm mad now. Now I want to go down to where he's being kept at.
Okay.
Now, he was caught in Roxbury, right?
Roxbury, yes.
So he's probably in Dudley.
Oh, yeah, he's in Dudley.
You know what I'm saying?
He got to be in Dudley.
Oh,
617-708-0586 is the number.
Let us talk about it.
Let us talk about it.
What you want to say?
So, we remember the Sandy Hook shooting.
Absolutely.
So now they're trying to figure out whether or not they should tear the building down and construct a new building, reconstruct a new building on the property. Or if they should, create the school like down the street. Rebuild the school down the street.
Okay, I heard a little something about this.
Yeah.
It was a unanimous decision.
It is.
To rebuild on the same ground.
Right. So they're right now because they have many choices from the parents of what to do. They have a list of choices. So now it's in the hands of the school board, who has the final authority, of course.
Of course, that's school property.
You know what I'm saying? So they're narrowing down the choices so that they can pick, the most sufficient one. But rebuilding on the site or to build down the street is still going to cost them between $48 and $60 million.
Wow.
Wherever they build it at.
Yeah, well, schools are not cheap.
Of course not.
They are definitely not
bad. We're talking about the building and we're talking about the things to fill it in with, or they're going to use what they had at the previous Hook School to.
Oh no, this has got to be all brand new. All brand new. They are not gonna use it. They're gonna tear it down, and they need to donate some of the materials and such. To other. I'm sure that.
What about the schools across the country who has who are
low on stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure they have some kind of fund raising for that.
Right.
But at the same time, it seems as though things are readily available, and they're ready to get the demolition process going.
Any other time, I don't see what's the problem.
And I didn't say anything about a problem. I'm just merely stating they could very well donate the materials and desks and such
absolutely.
to underprivileged places, because make no mistake about it, there are schools around the country in certain areas. I can't say that they're only urban areas, but there are areas where these schools are suffering because they don't have what they need for the children.
Absolutely.
So, all of that being said, Sandy Hook, hook it up.
Hook it up. I wonder if that was one of the choices, though.
It's my best guess, and this is just a guess, so don't quote me. That's why the disclaimer, went out before I said what I'm getting ready to say. It's my best guess that some of those higher-ups, they're not thinking on that level. See, that's a lower level of thinking. They have all kinds of other things on their mind, people all up in their mix, messing with them, and I understand that, but at the same time, they need to have somebody who is, you know, on deck with that mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Say, all right, well, before we go ahead and just demolish this and make it a big landfill with these things in the building, you know what I'm saying? Let's find out who needs what and where. That would take some serious research, like what you do all the time, the kind of stuff that you're always just busy researching. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's what it would take, I'm sure. Easier said than done, and it sounds like a small job, but it really is a huge job. But, I mean, there are people who are being paid in the system who can take some time out and or be designated to do that job.
Right.
You dig? So I feel that there's really no excuse.
No, absolutely not.
You know?
My thing is we need to come together regardless of what. So, you know, when one help, we all help.
Yes.
You know, point blank. And I just think that's how it needs to be.
Yes.
When we all help, when one help, we all help. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Mixtfruit DJ.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. All right, what else you got for us?
Okay, well, I know you heard about what happened in New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh, that is so. What is wrong with you people?
Right.
What is wrong with you people? Oh my goodness! Somebody or some people decided. Oh my goodness! This is really painful.
Yes. Yes.
After going through what we just went through in Boston,
Everybody wants
now
to-
New Orleans is in worldwide news.
Absolutely. Yes.
They have their annual, and New Orleans is such a beautiful place.
I wish I was
It
there.
is such a party place.
Yes, that it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That
I mean,
it is.
they celebrate life at every
Right.
corner, every door that you can enter life from. They celebrate it down there.
Right.
The annual Mother's Day parade was shot up
19 people injured.
by.
It was
That's ridiculous.
They said they're suspects. They have some.
I heard they say I heard them say that they know information about some of the guilty.
Yes.
However, they don't have anyone in custody.
They definitely have nobody in custody. And
You
there
know?
were 2 children injured, 10 men and 7 women. The
I couldn't
children
even
suffered
watch
like
it.
graze wounds, but still.
I couldn't even watch it.
No.
I saw people laying down shot, you know.
Absolutely.
and-
Other injuries ranged from like minor to major.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
I was like, oh my goodness.
So I guess there was shots fired from different guns.
Yes,
the police
that was
saw like
multiple.
3 suspects running from the scene. But my
That
thing
was
is,
multiple shooters. Yes.
yeah. So how can you identify them being suspects because they are running?
Well, I don't know
When
what
everybody's
they
running
did
at the
or
time.
how they doing. Yeah, that's chaotic.
Right.
That's nothing but and
again,
pandemonium.
nobody
at,
is in
at
custody.
least. You
So
know?
they have a description though of an African American male who was spotted looking around between 18 to 22 years of age.
Yeah, that's anybody.
Right.
That's anybody.
Right. That ain't nothing.
You know?
So,
I'm like, wow, man, wow.
It's,
What is
it's
wrong with
crazy.
these people?
And when I read it, as I'm reading it, matter of fact, as I was listening to it this morning,
Yes.
as I prepared to get myself here today, everything's going in my head. Like, I mean, we're definitely not safe anywhere. We're not safe anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen at
never
any
know.
given time. There's no prediction for that. I mean, there's just no prediction for stupidity. I was watching programming. I had just got home last night after having a full day, and it was breaking news. I mean, they interrupted what was on TV for this news.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, as soon as I saw all the yellow tape and stuff, and I'm like, what the heck happened in New Orleans? And when they
Wow.
started describing it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What is wrong with these kids? What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all?
It's the lack of discipline.
Yeah, well, that's to blame to a certain extent.
And it's the other kids, they're being followers and
Right. There's that as well. You know, there's a lot of things that go into that, and it's sad. You know, at best, that is such a sad thing. Now, what else you got for us?
I'm still stunned. I'm just...
Yeah, it is a stunning, turn of events.
Because there's so many events that happen. So because of the bombing, people's going to... What are people thinking now?
Right. I mean, I'm sure there were idiots sitting around trying to be copycats and...
Exactly.
All this kind of nonsense.
So what are we not going to, join these events?
No,
You can't do that.
You can't, yeah. I understand.
Don't work like that.
I understand. Yes.
But, I don't know. I guess we need to stick together. Our community is our community.
Yeah.
We need to
absolutely
hold it down. We see some suspicious things happening. We need to do something about it.
Yes.
Just like the man that sat there, and just like the home invasion that I just spoke to not too long ago.
I'm glad that turned out, safe.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That was just a ridiculous thing. These guys running up in people's houses. I mean, the sad reality is that's another thing that happens nationwide, worldwide.
Invasions.
Yes, home invasions. It happens. I mean, I remember specific home invasions in the 80s.
In the 80s.
In the 80s.
And I'm sure they're different from now.
Right. Well, I mean, a home invasion is a home invasion. Well, the difference is the law is a lot stiffer than it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Because there were people who did stuff like that and got off unless they raped someone or did some kind of, assault and battery type things. I mean, now you don't have to do that. A home invasion and you get caught, they got some things for you. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, the one thing that has changed is the law is a lot stiffer than it was back then.
The best thing about a home invasion is you getting caught by the person inside and just the home invasion being turned around.
Yes.
That is the best part of a home invasion.
Now,
you can murder him just for him breaking into your home.
Well,
right?
Well, no, that nothing justifies murder. You'll get manslaughter charges.
Well, you're in my home.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that doesn't give you the right.
To protect.
Nobody has the right to kill.
I didn't know you was gonna die.
Right, but still.
I didn't know I was gonna kill you.
That's why they reduce it from murder to manslaughter. See what I'm saying? There are different. They got different things for different people doing different things. So
I gotta what? It's either me or you.
Right, it is. It is self-defense. I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you what the law is.
I think I need to get an attorney up in here or a judge.
What I'm saying?
We need to get a judge up in here. Let me write that down.
And
freaking judge up in this guy boy.
And the thing is,
answered.
Yeah.
Questions answered.
I mean, like I said, there was this thing just like yesterday. This guy who really has been a bit unstable since coming home from the war, from Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's been having trouble mentally. Right. He's been deemed as having post-traumatic stress disorder and some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got drizz at a Mother's Day celebration and had a passenger in the car. I believe it may have been his wife. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But was driving and slammed into a tree at a crazy speed.
Wait,
killed her. She died. His passenger died. He's going to jail for vehicular manslaughter.
Now that's different.
Okay, but still, my point is,
I hear you.
If you kill, you're going to jail.
Okay. I need a judge in here.
You know what I'm saying?
617-708-0586. If you're a judge, call up. Yeah.
It can even be an accident, and some kind of justice is going to take place. Now, I do know of certain circumstances, and that's the other thing, circumstances, key. I do know of certain circumstances where some things like something happened where, say, and it still comes back to what you were saying about somebody coming into your home trying to rob you and stuff, where a robbery was, in progress on the street or something like that, and maybe the person went to defend themselves and maybe just pushed the person that was trying to rob them, and that person fell, hit their head on the corner of the curb of the sidewalk, and died. You know what I'm saying? And again, self-defense is your biggest weapon there.
Okay.
And that, I know, I'm speaking of a specific case that I remember.
Okay.
And that was also in the late 80s. And that person never did a day of jail, did a day of time. He got arrested, of course, debriefed. And, once everything came back on the perpetrator, there was like, oh, this dude was a bad seed anyway. He was headed down this road. And it depends, I guess, it's up to the judge and the jury or whatever the case may be. But that specific person, he didn't get to do it. He didn't have to do any time.
Okay. Well, so I could just beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just beat the crap out of him. Maybe lose a limb, a few limbs.
Something.
Take an eyeball out. You know what I'm saying? But as long as he still has his life, I'm all right. Right?
Well, I'm not quoting anything that a judge would quote. I told you about certain circumstances. Specific questions were asked and answered that I do have a little knowledge about. You know what I'm saying? But what you're saying, I can't, say yes or no one way or the other. The whole thing is, it's just like freedom of speech, but watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really a win-win there.
Right.
Okay, what else you got for us?
Whatever.
What happened in Florida? You got anything in Florida?
I do have something in Florida that happened a couple of days ago that we were supposed to have spoke about, but we had our, things that went down, but we can get into that. We can get into that after. If we have some extra time, we can get into that because we still didn't get.
If we have some extra time?
Yeah.
We have 27 minutes.
I'm talking about after I finish going over, but I have to go over for today.
Okay.
You hear?
All right. Make it happen.
So in Valley Spring, California.
Valley Spring.
There was a 12-year-old boy charged with slaying of his 8-year-old sister.
Oh boy.
With the slaying of his 8-year-old sister.
8-year-old sister.
Now, this happened 3 weeks ago, April 27th.
Yes.
And it's just been, they've just been searching for this person. Now, let me just tell you what the boys said. Because they, what it is that they questioned the boy. It was the boy and the sister in the home together.
Yes.
Right? And so the boy had said that he'd seen a man, a stranger had came into the home. Okay, he saw this man who fled on foot before he discovered his sister. Before he discovered his sister, the guy was tall with long gray hair.
Wow.
So his father was in suspicion of his son. Then
so the story was suspect.
Yes, the son's name has not yet been disclosed.
Okay.
However, he is in custody.
Yeah.
He is in custody.
Better be. That wasn't no home invasion.
Well, no, absolutely not.
You know?
As of Mother's Day, which was yesterday.
Yep.
The confirmation is sickened the small community.
Yes.
So the community is like is like 7,500 population.
Oh wow, that's a small community.
So it's very, 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 very small.
Yeah.
So again, the stranger came into the home and he saw the man who fled on foot before discovering his sister. This tall man with gray hair.
This is his story.
Yes. Yes, and he was sticking to it. So my thing is, neighbors was asked. The detectives shut down this community first of all. Okay? They shut the community down, urged people to stay indoors because there's a guy out there killing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Indeed.
they asked, the detectives went to neighbors' homes to, get questions from neighbors,
Right.
whatever,
Absolutely.
doing what they do.
Doing detective work.
Right. And one of the neighbors said that she's seen this man flee the home, but then she recanted her story.
Now, that in itself becomes suspect to
How
the
in the
third
world-
power.
And this is a neighbor. It's not somebody that lives in the home.
Right.
Sticking up for the child.
You know where this is going? This is looking more and more like premeditated. Because, for her to have such a story, that's a little elaborate for a neighbor who
Yes.
really didn't see anything.
Who didn't, right.
Okay? Which tells me that maybe, possibly, the little boy put this in her head. You know what I'm saying?
Or she put it in.
Or she put it in her own head. You know what I'm saying? Or she put it in the little boy's head. Something or everything, all this, all the suspect in the story given is looking more and more to me like premeditated.
Yes.
And if that's the case, as a 12-year-old, he may be tried as an adult.
Wow.
And that's going to be major news if that happens, because I don't think we've had anybody that young tried as an adult. And the average age right now of very serious crimes going on currently is 12.
Oh.
There are two right here in Massachusetts right now, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, sometime in April. These two 12-year-old boys were arrested for 2 different arsons in the same town in Massachusetts.
Wow, get out of
How
here.
about that? And if that wasn't enough, sometime within the last 9-10 days, another 12-year-old in that same town was arrested for another crime.
So how about this though? Did you catch the little girl that went to go she tried to set Shea Vu on fire.
Really?
Yes, because they wouldn't allow her.
When did that happen?
So what happened was, this is what happened.
What had happened? Did Craig?
What happened was, she had a previous incident inside of the skating rink with another girl or whatever. Some back and forth incident that she had going on. Okay? They asked her not to come back to the rink. She was told that.
Oh, really?
Yes. So she tried to come back anyways after so many days or weeks or months, however.
But she was hooked on Shea Vu.
Okay, so because they refused her entry, she decided to light the building on fire in the front.
Oh,
right in front of
bricks?
the police station.
The bricks?
Right.
Wow.
Hold on though.
Okay, I'm holding.
My daughter was there skating that day. Yes. She was at a party. And she was there that day, that weekend, that Saturday, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
You know, so it's just crazy. Like, we have to be.
And how old was she?
She was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was
between 12 and 16. Are we twins? Are we twins? Okay.
Yes, between those ages, yes. Yes, and that was in the Dorchester area. You know,
wow.
Boston.
Actually, let me see. Well, yes, that is, Shea Vu is right over the
borderline, pretty much. Borderline, yes.
The yellow line is actually the borderline, believe it or not. Wow. And that would not have sat well with me because I've already seen Shea Vu burnt to the ground before.
See, I heard that sugar. I heard that sugar was burned to the ground.
Yeah.
No, I heard that Shea Vu was burnt before, but I don't think I was up for that. Was that before my time?
That is way before your
because
time.
I was.
Yeah.
We are going to get the skating thing going.
Yeah.
The back in the day skates. So.
And now.
Back to our previous.
Wow, that's just like amazing that she would even try something like that, you know. And she did get caught, right?
I was gonna say, Yeah, she did get caught. Her parents had to
Bail?
yeah, they went to go pick her up
Okay.
from the station.
Oh, did they treat her as a juvie?
So
Because she's a
she had
juvie.
court that Monday, so I still have to follow up. I haven't did any follow-ups from that.
Okay, well, details at
Yes.
11.
As a matter of fact, I
Yes,
will
write that
jot
down.
that down before
And
mañana.
we'll go and get some more information on that and bring it back to y'all.
We can do that right now, though.
When?
We can hit them.
When?
Yeah.
When?
Give them some.
When we gonna hit them?
We can give it to them in the next couple of minutes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, half past the Let Us Talk About It segment of the program. Mixtfruit DJ, Boss Lady Supreme, you are in tune to the Mixtfruit MornTin show, and that's just the way the story goes. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
That's just the way the story
We
is.
give y'all the show enough, and the show enough.
It's never enough.
You know what I'm saying? It's just all we got to do. It's all we got to do. So, what I'm going to do is, as she said, I'm going to play a song, and we're going to come back with a little bit more information for y'all. Y'all keep it locked on Power FM and DatzHitsRadio.com.
Years old. She was 14.
Huh?
14. Going in.
You about done with it?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The Mixtfruit MornTin show. Always giving you different things.
Yes!
Doing things in a different fashion.
Always.
Saying things in a different manner. Listen, as summertime approaches us, what better music to listen to than Kool and the Gang's Summer Madness?
Nice and soothing.
You know what I'm saying? Now, in your day, this song came into your life when Will Smith made a rap called Summer Madness, and of course, it's a classic now. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, though.
Mm-hmm.
We up in here giving you music to get your stuff together by.
Yes.
So, 37 minutes on the downside of Let Us Talk About It.
Yes.
So,
yes.
we were talking about the little girl who tried to burn down Shevu last month.
Okay. And let me tell you what I got on her.
What you got on her?
Well, she was 14 years old.
14. We was right, though. We had the...
Yeah.
She
was 14. And 120 people were inside of the building.
OMG.
Now, what she did was shoved a burning paper underneath the door. Yes.
Really?
She shoved burning paper underneath the door, which caused $3,000 worth of damage.
Are you serious?
They had to pull out their fire extinguishers and everything to get the fire out.
Wow.
Yes.
So she did some damage.
She did some damage.
Oh boy.
Now peep this. She was arraigned in a juvenile session.
Yep, absolutely.
Released to her grandmama.
Uh-huh.
And was given a 5 p.m. curfew, attend school, and to stay away from the rink.
Okay, now she's barred from it. Well, because she's a juvenile.
Yeah, but they need to start making examples with some of these daggone kids. That's the problem.
Well, they have made some examples.
They're not making
What
enough.
you have to do is dig up some of those examples that was made of, because there have been some examples made.
So,
there's a 14-year-old currently facing death row.
Whoa.
So yeah, they have made some examples. You know what I'm saying? Massachusetts, though, is staying away from reinstituting the death penalty in this state.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, and I'm sure that was way before I was born, probably even way before my mama was born, they had it here, you know, but they got rid of it because, you know, Massachusetts is, you know, a commonwealth. It's one of those states, you know, Pennsylvania, Virginia, all commonwealths.
Mm-hmm.
They have certain things that they want to abide by.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that.
Okay. Well, you said that she's now barred, but before she was only banned for 30 days.
Oh, okay. That wasn't said. Okay.
Yeah. Previously, she was banned for 30 days because of a fight that she had in the skating rink.
Understood.
So now, of course, she's going to be barred.
She's barred for life now.
Right.
What she should have done was just suck it up and take the 30 days.
Right.
Because she obviously loves her some Shevu.
Exactly. She was like one of me.
You know what I'm saying?
I was there every Sunday until 1994 when several gunmen had barged into the skating rink. Remember that?
Absolutely.
And they had they sprayed the skaters and all type of things with bullets. Injured 7.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that rink was Yeah, that was crazy. Shevu was crazy. Crazy. So after that setting, I wasn't there by the grace of God because, again, I was always at Shevu. You know?
Yes.
I was skating backwards, spinning around. I was doing all types of things.
Tricks and stuff.
Okay? Couple skate only. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
So those were the days. Those were the days. So little girl, I hope you learned your lesson.
Now, see, that's my neighborhood over there. And while, I mean, a lot of my younger years were spent with Shevu boarded up and, you know, a burnt out building.
Mm-hmm.
So we skated on the streets.
What?
And that was a big thing. We were street skaters. And as time went forward, Shevu got rebuilt. But back then, too, let me mention, there were skating rinks all around Boston. You know, there was Shevu,
right.
There was Ballaroo, there was the place there where Jillian's is now. That was a skating ring, a 3-story skating ring.
Uh-huh.
All right? Wicked. We had skating rinks. And I think Roller World is still around.
Yeah, Roller World is still around. I would rather say I've been going to Roller World as opposed to Shevu.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just because of the chaos and...
Different clientele.
Yeah, I don't got time for it.
I mean, and I remember in the 80s, Shevu being a meeting ground for badness.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? The thugs hung outside. If they weren't directly outside, because at that time, the police station wasn't where it is yet. The police station was on MornTin Street.
Okay.
Up on the bridge. District 3.
Right.
All right. There was the Grove Hall Bank was where the police station is now, and that got blown up. You know what I'm saying? And the one survivor is still in jail, if I'm not mistaken. But after a while, it was just a big vacant lot because the whole entire block got blown to smithereens. You know, we stood around for days and weeks watching them clear that mess up. It was worse than what happened on Patriots Day, you know. But I can't say that it was worse, only because the only fatalities were the people who committed the crime. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Those were the only, because they did this thing after hours, of course, trying to blow the safe.
Right.
But yes, it was a big vacant lot by then. The only thing that stood was, you know, the donut shop over there on MornTin Street across from the gas station?
Nope.
That was Dunkin' Donuts back then. And that was the only thing left in. Nothing, that didn't even shake it.
Put another Dunkin' Donuts up over there.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Wow. See, that's when it was murder pen. Right? That's when it was murder pen all back then.
And now
Roxbury is going bad.
Well, Roxbury, oh my goodness, we don't want to talk about our city like this.
I'm just saying.
I mean, there's just so many things going on. It is what it is. Yeah. Roxbury stay in the news nationwide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere that I have gone, and like I said, I make it a point to go to the hood when I go in certain states where I have family. You know what I'm saying? If they don't live in the hood, I make it a point to pass through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I meet people and they say, where you from? You have an accent, whatever. I'm like, I'm from Boston, Mass. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you from Roxbury? Roxbury be Ellen and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, wow. Especially in New York. In New York, they know Roxbury. Big time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we know Brooklyn and the Bronx and all of that. But yeah, I mean, like you just said, it is what it is. It's 8:45 a.m. 45 minutes on the downside. Mm-hmm. Is it 45?
It is.
No, I think it's 43.
Well, my clock says 45.
Does it really?
Yeah.
How can you tell with that broken glass?
You know what? Mine's the business.
Oh, now it's mine.
See, guys, look.
There it is. She's showing it to you.
It's crazy.
Got it up to the camera.
Crazy. You know, I'm like,
yeah.
Hold on, they can see it better this way. They can see it serious, you know? So I just had a little outburst.
Mm-hmm.
Say la vie. It doesn't happen often, but I had a little outburst.
Say la vie.
You know?
I'm just glad nobody slapped her because I feel those. You know what I'm saying? I'd have had to find my way with my bicycle. You know what I'm saying? Where she at?
So the girlies' next court date will be May 29th. I'll give you some updates after that.
That's the day after, Memorial Day.
Yeah, she should have been locked up until that time.
Ain't your baby birthday that weekend too?
Yeah, my baby's birthday is the 27th. I pushed her out on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gave me 14 hours of pain.
14 hours. Wow.
Yes. 14 hours of pain. Not pleasure.
Two of my daughters, I think their mama was in labor a maximum of 14 minutes.
Shoot, stop playing.
I'm telling you, she was made to just...
She was just open.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My first
and I was
child,
like, wow.
I was 28 minutes.
I was scrubbing and getting ready to go into the delivery room, put my little thing, the scrubs and the little things on my feet and the stuff that they put on your hands and stuff, and the mask, and I walked in the room and she was holding, the cord was cut and everything. I was like, who does that? And then, I mean, I thought it was a fluke, and then,
she just
you know,
burped and it
then,
just came out.
then my other baby came and same thing, came in the room and she was holding. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What, you eat a lot of okra? Hey, they say that works.
Well, let me tell you what helped with me. Castor oil.
Oh,
So I had some castor
hence the term oil.
And I'm going to tell you, my doctor told me this. My midwife had told me this.
You had a midwife?
Yes, I had a midwife. What do you mean, did I have a midwife?
All right.
Is that a problem?
No. You know, you don't really hear people mentioning the midwife these
Really?
days. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was those days. That was 13 years ago.
Yeah, you're talking about, you know, like it's 130 years ago.
I did.
You know,
I had a
once
midwife.
upon a time, you know, there was nothing but the midwife.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
I
I'm
had
saying?
one. She actually was the midwife for both of my kids.
Okay.
Whoa. She was my midwife. Like, she birthed me as well. How about that?
Okay, so
Isn't that just crazy how
she's
things
got some
turned out?
time put in.
Oh, yeah, she got some time put in. She seen me from the inside out.
Huh.
You know? But, yeah, I had a midwife, and I don't know what I was getting at, but, yeah, 28 minutes was my first. Oh, she told me castor oil.
Right.
Drink castor oil. She stripped my membrane. She said, drink some castor oil, 8 ounce.
To make the delivery process easier.
Expedite it.
Yeah.
To expedite the process.
Okay.
You know, and I did that. And sure enough, I went to sleep and woke up, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
My life is over.
I went through castor
When he
oil
was coming
era.
out, when he was coming out, I said, wait, just put him back in. I need the epidural. Because I didn't have any medicine for either or.
Okay, so you did
I had
natural.
both of them, you know. But
All
my
right.
first, you know,
All right.
once he was coming out, I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I thought I can do so. However, he's here. Both of my kids is here. I have the best of both worlds.
Yes,
my boy
indeed.
and my girl.
Yes, indeed.
You know.
So
moving right along, because we have like another 11 minutes on the downside of things.
Yes.
I wanted to speak about something a little bit about hip hop.
Hip hop?
Hip hop.
Okay. Hip hop. What's that out in the park?
Huh.
We used to do it out in the dark. Wait a minute, I said that backwards, didn't
So what? It still goes. You know how I do.
Huh.
You know, I say everything backwards. It wouldn't matter. Now, let's talk a little bit about the rumors.
What rumors?
Wale smashing Rihanna. Who cares?
Who?
Wale. Wale. Who cares if they smashing each other?
Well, you obviously do because you're reporting this.
Because there's so many things that's coming to me about what I should be reporting.
Hey, talk about this.
You know? Yeah.
Talk about it. I know that. I know people stop you in the street and be like, "Oh, you that girl from the radio."
It's about
Hold
this.
up. Check this out, right? I went down, I was at, that chicken place. No, I was at Stashes. You know what I'm saying? It was 1 o'clock in the morning, but they closed at 12. You know what I'm saying? They asked me, can I help you? And then it was like, we're closed. I'm like, so why you got the door open? I know people be doing that too.
Oh, man, you are so sick.
Man.
I just wanted to say, let them do their thing. See, we're so caught up in the media, it's ridiculous.
That's all superficiality.
But my thing is because they see somebody recording, they see two artists recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess because they went out afterwards.
See, that's not news.
Like, it's whatever.
That's not news. You know what's going to be news? is when, because she supposedly, her and Chris Brown had hooked
Yeah,
back
the
up.
news is going to be when Chris Brown
So that's what's going to be the news.
news.
Because we all know Chris got anger issues.
Okay.
That is not, I've seen this man in action. Seen him. All right? He is not the person to piss off.
I just don't care.
You need to stay cool with my boy. The boy can sing.
Everybody who's in the media is just cooked anyways.
Is
got a little bit of ADD, ADHD, a little something loose in their head. You know what I'm saying? Something loose.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even saying
maybe missing a marble. Hold up, wait for it. Maybe got a marble too many.
Exactly. It's just cluttered up there.
That's just what it do.
So, one more before we close out.
Okay, one more.
Naughty by Nature. When's the last time we heard about Naughty by Nature?
Actually, I'm not the one to ask that. I actually speak to Tretch every now and then. So,
my boo?
Yeah. And he's coming to Boston
soon.
Boo. He's coming to Boston soon, and he will hook up with MIXTERFIED.
Well, did he tell you that? Did he tell you what's going on with him and Vin Rock?
No.
Vinny?
No.
He didn't tell you what happened 2 years ago when Vinny slapped the dog out of him?
Yes, I know about that. I knew about that.
I didn't hear about that. I'm pissed about that.
Well, they're still cool because they're both coming.
No.
Well, they're both going to be here.
He said he ain't spoke to his boy in about 2 years.
And how old is that?
I can go back.
I need you to go back because they're both coming to Boston soon.
Well, we don't have time to go back right now.
Right, we don't have time. We don't. But we'll get some more stuff. In fact, I'll try to get him on the phone.
Yes,
how about
let's do that. Let's do that. I have some answers for you.
I'll try to get him on the phone.
I mean, damn, why do I keep saying
one day?
Saying it backwards? The answers to the questions.
I don't know.
Like I don't know which one comes first.
I have no idea. But
So,
I will try to get Tretch on the phone, and we will
trigger Tretch.
Ask him specific questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another one who you don't want to piss off.
It's Tretch.
All right, Tretch has anger issues as well.
My boo.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But still, he my homes. We good. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they will be here. And again, as far as I know, him and Vinny are coming together. So they're going to be here. Rakim's going to be here. And I'm hoping Eric B comes with them. But those two fell out and have not gotten back together at all.
Well, I'm guessing
Vinny and Tretch, they always fighting.
Well,
and this goes back to hip hop hooray days. They broke up for a while and then came back and said, "No, we gotta make another album." All right, man, we cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they always kiss and make up. They always kiss and make up. I was about to say
they must have fought and kissed it out because, like KG at first was riding with Tretch, and then he says that later he says that he's not taking any sides.
Right. You gotta remain neutral.
He's like, he thinks it's cool to clear up the air, get it over with,
and they always do that. This is not new with Vinny and Tretch. If you know anything about Naughty by Nature, they go through their things. And little Vinny should not have slapped big old Tretch.
No, then ran.
Of course he's gonna run. He knows what Tretch. He's smaller than Tretch, even though they're both cock diesel. You know what I'm saying? Tretch is here. Right. Vinny is here. Yeah. Vinny is knee high. Don't slap people. Well, then again, you can run.
The short ones can run.
He can get out of here. Shoo! Gone. For real.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah.
Damn, so we got to get ready to get up out of here.
We do got to get ready to get up out of here. I got to send a shout out to my boys.
Shout out.
Down in Long Island, the Wonder Twins, who always, I think they hang with Tretch.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're always doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just about that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to all of the mothers out there.
All of the mothers. All of the mamas.
Being daddies. I want to shout you guys out. All the daddies who's being mamas.
Yes. Can't forget about the brothers.
The custody of their child.
Yes, and handling your business.
I want to give you guys this Mother's Day shout out.
Yes.
MIXTFruit.
The Mixtfruit team.
To you. Okay?
Yes.
Also, make sure you got this number stored in your phone, 832-551-3258. That is the
direct feed. You do not need an app.
You do not need the FM.
You do not need iPhone.
All you need is
iPhone. You do not need Android. any kind of an app.
Right.
You just dial that from any phone.
Right.
Your Welly phone. Any phone. Any phone. Put it
Plug
on
your
speaker
headphone,
or
your
plug
headphone.
it into the auxiliary unit in your car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything.
Maybe you're out of range.
Right.
And not catching us on the FM dial. See, these cars, they have that auxiliary line now. I wish they had that when I was
absolutely
growing
you can
up.
always call this line, this number, feed, and you will hear us broadcasting
live. It will come right on.
Again, 832-551-3258. Store that in your contact.
Yes, indeed. So,
and also,
go ahead.
This number here, 617-708-0586. Don't call now. Call tomorrow.
Yes, call tomorrow.
Same time.
We will be back on here.
Yes.
Now, people, when you tune in at 5 a.m. and you don't hear us right away, don't get discouraged. This station, Power FM, is the bridge of diversity. We have a diverse menu of a program. Right. And I like to use the word menu. Okay? Because a lot of times people associate menu with eating. Mm-hmm. All right? Not here. We have a diverse spread of all kind of, we have Trinidad stuff, we have Jamaican stuff, we have a lot of compa and zouk and just diverse. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you look up the word diversity, you're going to see Power FM, Power 102.1 FM logo in the dictionary. Word. Okay.
That's what it is.
So anyway, don't get discouraged, I mean to say, and just leave it on until you hear it, because every one of these shows are syndicated in different parts of the country, and there are people, there's like a guy who does his show in Chicago, there's a guy, plenty of people who do their show in Georgia, there are people, in Canada, people in Paris, that, we're all over the place.
Right.
Okay, so at 5 a.m., turn it on and leave it on. All right, and more likely than not, you'll hear me playing one of the prior programs that we did, or even, it's all prior, something from the Saturday morning show. Because I know people are driving in their car on Monday and they're like, did he just say it's Saturday at 8 o'clock and it's 6:57? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you're going to get that because we play some reruns. Oh, yeah.
Right, and you can always catch us in the archives on Ustream.
Yes.
You can go into the DatzHits.
Yep.
Or Boss Lady Supreme.
Boss Lady with two A's. Yep.
Boss Lady Supreme 31.
Yep. And you can also type in Mixtfruit, which is spelled MIXTFRUIT.
I hate when you say Ara.
Why? You know what I'm saying? I like to define things for people to make it as clear as I can for them to hear. So we're done. We don't have any more time. We got another show coming up.
Yes, we are done. But also, tune into, add us on to join the Mixtfruit page.
Mixtfruit group, yeah.
The Mixtfruit group on Facebook. And also the Let Us Talk About It group and the Let Us Talk About It page.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that being said, for DatzHitsRadio.com, Power 102.1 FM, Boss Lady Supreme, the Mixtfruit MornTin Show, I am MIXTERFIED DJ saying peace. Yes. And we are out of here.
Good show, buddy.
Hold up. I just want to put the lyrics to play on this. I know Shanae likes this song because the dude is rapping in Creole.
Make sure the microphone. See my phone?
Can you see it? tweak it. You can get rid of it. Now,
DatzHits Radio, blazing all your jams.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I want no one come and take your place.
that's the regular one, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Because the version to that song that I had on vinyl, on record, was, what's dude's name? Genuine had that Pony song in the 90s. Pony, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was a